Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here. A little midday money on a Sunday, the 26th of March. Welcome on in. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Talking some NCAA tournament and, well, no more CBI, but NCAA and NIT. So, we got that going on. I'm going to add right now to the chat. And it'll be the MLB package. And it'll be with the promo code $374. Anyway, MLB early bird is posted. $4.99 promo code man is $374.25. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. Anyway, hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. All right, now that that is done, I can't do that before the show because it won't pop in. Enough of that. Let's get right into the thick of things here. We got free picks scrolling. Twitter. Mr. Sean Hicks, come give me a follow there. The free picks are up on the board as well. And we'll hit a little recap for yesterday. Why wouldn't we? 0-2 in a video with the totals. My sides, 2-0. I said spend $31 for a week. Yeah. Basketball, I think we're what, 5-1 the last 2 days with the college hoops. It happens. It happens here. Video and the premium picks. The video picks are sometimes premium picks. I say that all the time. They're most time they are when I have a lot of them. In a situation like this where, one, I'm selling a lot of packages because it's $31 for a week. I just can't give them all in here. That's not fair. I can't do that. I try to give a lot of free stuff away, but just can't. But either way, 2-0 premiums, 0-2 with the totals. Try to bounce back today. Hockey went 1-1 with our totals yesterday. 28-36 with our totals there. A little plus money. We'll take it on the season. NBA, nothing yesterday. Spring training, nothing as well. Today's picks, just a couple. They haven't changed. Creighton under 133.5. Texas over to 150. NIT has not changed, nor Texas over. Nothing in the ice or NBA today. I didn't really like anything today. Yesterday, there were a couple games that we said we sort of liked. Today, not as many. I got Tim with me, as always. He might have some NBA. You got any NBA you love today? NBA or not? I mean,
nothing
for me,
crazy that I love. I do have a couple of plays that I did.
We're at a spot. 12-point home dog, 16-point road dog, 14-point road dog, 10-point dog. Toronto's a 10 or a 9.5. OKC on the road laying a 9. I mean, is that where we're at in this world? Is that the world we're living in? Bizarro land. Oklahoma 9-point fave over Portland.
I will say I'm not going to be taking the Spurs and the Rockets and the Wizards today at freaking 16, 14, and 9 or whatever. I'm not taking the road dogs. I'll grab the home dogs. I will not grab the road dogs. I think I've learned my lesson on those. Everybody looks at, oh my God, it's 16 points. We just saw the Spurs be a 19-point dog against Milwaukee and lose by 34.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it today. I'm not doing that today. I am on Charlotte. I got it at 10. It's up to 12 now, so that's kind of I'm marking the loser in my head and moving on.
But I don't even hate it. Dallas has not played well.
But the thing is, do you trust Dallas as a 12-point home favorite, road favorite?
No, exactly.
Absolutely not.
They got 3 wins their last 10. One of them is an OT win at San Antonio. The other one's a 4-point home win. I mean, and a 1-point win. It's not like they're blowing teams out. I don't care how bad Charlotte is.
Yeah, you get Dallas. Woohoo! We went and got Kyrie Irving. You're not in the playoff picture right now.
Yeah.
Pathetic. No, give me the Hornets. I'm on the Hawks. I'm gonna. It's not as severe as the Warriors splits, but Grizzlies really good at home, not as good on the road. So
and again, people are gonna see Memphis is a really good team. They're 20 games over, whatever, and they're only laying 2. Why are they laying 2 to a 500?
Exactly.
And it's a team with a coach who's got to kind of prove that he can be a full-time coach and play,
Yep. So I went and grabbed the Hawks. I went and grabbed the Magic today. I got a -120. The Nets. I know you're a Nets guy, and
Orlando at home, they play competitive at home.
Orlando at home is competitive, and the Brooklyn Nets are on a second leg of a back-to-back after winning yesterday against another solid squad in Miami by 29.
Yeah.
This one's a Magic spot for me. I did grab Portland today, and you know how much I bet Portland this year. Not often. I took Portland plus the 9. And where is Golden State playing today?
They're home against Minnesota.
They're home. All right, I grabbed them. 17-2 over the last 19 games of them covering at home and not covering on the road. I'm just going to continue to blindly bet that. And keep
I know Portland. How do you? Okay, Lillard's not playing, but whatever. It's 9. Can I trust OKC as a 9-point road fave? Like, what did the guys on Portland want to kind of? Are the other guys? Are they all Damian Lillard? They could just sit on their hands and be like, "That's all right, bro. We're borderline Hall of Famers. No one's going to question us. Like, would these guys want to come out and play?
They're only, as crazy as it sounds, they're only 3.5 games back, Portland, from that 10 seed. So,
I mean, if I'm some guy filling in for the old timer taking off because they're bad and he doesn't want to play anymore, he's hurt, banged up, whatever. I'm looking to make a name and want to win some games.
Exactly. So,
because like the Nets, you don't want to be labeled a bunch of losers. Like, these guys are terrible. I mean, these are still freaking.
You still want to put
big
up
dogs. They're playing in the NBA. They got a little pride in themselves.
You still want to put up some stats, 100%.
Right.
I will say I did not grab money lines for Charlotte and Portland. I just grabbed the spreads.
Yep. And then after yesterday's 847 hockey games, we have 5 today.
Yeah, everybody played yesterday.
Great schedule in there, Mr. Batman. He's still the commissioner, Batman.
I have not a clue. I'm not the hockey person.
We're just getting wild with Terry.
Yeah, where's Terry?
Where's Terry when we need him? All right, let's get to the chat. See how everybody's doing today. Just show Revenge Shore 2.0, 0-3 in Saturday. It happens, Jess. It happens. I took a nice little 2-0 day. Had a nice 2-0er. And I had a nice day on the night before too with Houston and San Diego State. Or not Houston, but Miami. Dave's in the house. Good afternoon. Hey, how you doing? Like San Diego Aztecs plus the points, Miami plus the 2 here. Okay, so we have some college basketball today. I guess there's a game or two. Significance, right? Little kind of important to see who's playing today. You got Creighton and the Aztecs, the Canes in Texas. I get it. I mean, San Diego, and I think I said yesterday, the shocker for me in the tournament was San Diego kind of being here, right? That would be my biggest shocker. FIU, I thought, could very well be where they were yesterday. And San Diego's a little bit of a surprise for me. And the Canes keep getting zero respect. You got the Canes plus 2, huh? It was 4. I thought it was a 4 spot. Miss says Texas -4 and under 149. I'm against it there. We have the oh, you know what? I have the wrong games posted underneath here in the banner section. Oh, yeah. Let me get some of those hockey out. People could be like, oh, the hockey. They're not playing today. What is going on here? Well, I forgot to remove them. Yeah, I got the. So again, I'm against you on the Texas spot here. And again, San Diego State, the 2.5, up a little bit. This was a opener of 1.5 and a 133. Justin's in the house. I'm doing well. How are you? Welcome on in. Again, the promo code is there for baseball, those of you interested. 374. Maddiness. Not madness, it's madness. I don't know how to spell. That's what happens when you rush it. I'm also on Texas over, but I got at 149. It's moving down. Yeah. That's because you saw some. I think after you see a Gonzaga UConn game, 2 teams who like to push it and do a lot of stuff come to an under. you might think, wow, you know what? Maybe this Texas game is going to kind of play the same way. But I think that might be just what you saw yesterday, thinking it'll be unders. But I like the over myself. T Money's in the house. Good afternoon, my friend. How are you today? Justin says I played the Mavericks over 62.5 first half, just expecting a fast start for them. Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, you're hoping for a fast start, right? Considering they've lost how many games they've lost. Is it they bounced back today because they lost to Charlotte yesterday or 2 days ago? Is that why you think they win here? They're 15-point faves and now they're 10-point faves on the road. They scored 26 points at home last game, first quarter. I can't. No, thank you at the Mavs. Be great when they don't make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs. Lakers don't make the playoffs. And be playing the Joker in a few days. MVP going to show out for those prop lovers. When is that day? When is that game? When is that game? So let me ask you, T-Man, because I know you're a big Embiid guy, and I made a case for Embiid yesterday, and even our guy Yanni, who gets zero love. They play again. I don't even know. You see it in a couple days. I'm going to look to Monday and Tuesday, see when this matchup is. They're playing tomorrow. A few days is that's tomorrow. Oh, come on, fella, get T-Money with this nonsense. They play tomorrow. Denver's a nice 5.5-point favorite here. So Denver's favored, and what if the Sixers win? Is that Embiid should be the MVP? Like, how does this as a head-to-head kind of thing play out in MVP talk? San Diego State money line he likes. I mean, listen, if you're taking San Diego State, you should take money line. They're getting a point or two. And Miami, Miami's at least you get a little plus money back on them with Miami. At least they're a 4-point dog. Yeah, he's out. He's sitting out for the year. He's out. He's out for the year. That's what it just said on the little write-up. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Batman is still the commish. All right. He's got some. Whoever's doing the scheduling is terrible. Rob Franklin in the house. Good morning. David coming in. Georgia Tech college baseball. All right. I'll ask him about college baseball second. For me, you'll never get a minus 185 for me. Never in a million years.
Who are they even facing?
That is not going to happen to me. That's a run line to me. Anything over like a 140, I'd take run lines.
I didn't even know who they're playing. Hold on one second.
185.
College sports. It takes a minute to find it on frickin' ESPN. But I'm gonna probably say no. But I haven't really been betting college baseball that much lately.
Dave, you gotta these kind of numbers. I mean, who do you know somebody on the team? Like, what are you doing 185 in college baseball?
I'm trying to figure out who they're against. Georgia Tech. Clemson. No, I like Clemson. Clemson's been a solid squad this year. No, I'm not going against that. And plus money, I'll take Clemson in that one. But I'm not 150. Yeah, you're probably getting a good price at it. No.
Right? I mean, now this is Davis's first comment. So obviously, I don't know if he's watched Davis. I'm never going to come out and lay something like that in the MLB, in the NHL, puck lines, run lines. If I'm taking fades like that, I cannot look at. I was hoping to see some MLB lines starting to pop up, but we do have MLB lines for tomorrow on Monday, but not for Thursday yet.
No, we don't care about spring training though.
Michael, 4-0 last night. Excellent. College hoops. I got San Diego State Crane first half under. Yes, I'm also grabbing San Diego State first half money line plus 115. Worth it was a team that knocked San Diego State out last year. I think we see San Diego State get first half done. Little revenge spot for them, right? A little familiarity, I guess. They want to play well. I don't hate it. I do not hate the angle. Good look there, Michael. Marie says Lakers and Bulls under. Nets Magic under. Raptors team total under to 116. Let's see here. Lakers and Bulls, 224. See, I see bad teams like this. I have to think over 224. I know it's come down. I got a couple 500 squads. I'll lean to the over. Nets and the Magic under 225. That one I could go under just cause again, the Magic are a bad team, but they play a little feisty at home. And as Tim mentioned, Baltimore, Brooklyn off a big win. Let's go under there. Raptors team total under 160. I'll do that because yes, the Raptors aren't a good team. I don't care that they're a winning club at home. You want to go under that? Yes, I'll go under that for the game. And I didn't even think about taking Washington there plus 10. I know they're in a tailspin, but you know what? Honestly, no. That 116 actually kind of worries me a little bit here. The line comes 222 down to 220. I don't think Washington scores 100 there. I don't know. You know what? Yes. You know what? I'll do that under with you. Yes. And happy Sunday, Maurice. Tim Earl, hey, Hicks, Rockets today at the rodeo. He's got jokes here. Mike, I'm not decided what I'm doing with the Texas and Miami game. I may look for a live number. Does it hurt? Orlando -2, absolutely. We like the Magic, Davis. We are Magic backers here. We love it. Not just because we like the Country Bears show and, the Tiki Birds at the Magic Kingdom, but we'll take the Orlando Magic with you. Justin, Lakers are going to make the playoffs, especially since they got a plus 250 to make it. Are they going to make the playoffs? I don't know where they are in the playoff hunt. I thought they were on the outside looking in.
They are tied for, I believe, the 7 seed. They are tied for the 7 seed with
7
with Minnesota and New Orleans, both of them, all of them 13 games back for first, with Dallas and Oklahoma City a game back.
And who gets in? It's like the 10, right? There's like a playing
game. Right now, the 7 through 10 is Minnesota, LA, New Orleans, Thunder. And Dallas is completely out of it.
Well, I mean, a plus 250 to make it. You might back into that one.
I think in order for that to happen, they have to win through the play-ins to make the playoffs, because the play-ins do not count as the playoffs.
Yeah, so the whole play-in thing, it's lost me. I have no idea it's ridiculous.
That's what I believe with betting things. That is how it goes. I could be wrong, but
why are we having playing games? Same with the NCAA tournament. Why even bother having a regular season? Play 25 games and that's it. Have everybody come in. Everybody gets a participation trophy.
No, for college it makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. It 100% does not make sense for college basketball. No, it doesn't.
Okay, it doesn't.
Why do you just put if you're going to move the teams
for the 11s? It doesn't make sense. For the 16s, it makes sense. And I was against this for a while. Each college gets paid per game they play in the tournament. So the 16 seeds that win against the 16 seeds in that opening game get paid 2 units when they go through, and that's how much a unit. I think it's like a couple $1 million or something per game.
No.
So any of the teams that get to play in more games, it gets more money for their university.
We don't need more games. We need less. We need less games. We don't need play-ins, because then it's like, they're going to expand this to like 100-something teams. Is that a joke? Is that a joke?
I don't think they expanded that. I don't think they expand anymore. 68's I think that's a good number.
They're making it like 104. They're going to mix it with the NIT. It's going to be 120-something teams.
I think that's garbage.
But one NBA today, Golden State, Minnesota over. That's a 240-ish, huh? Good luck on that, Miz. I'm not a NBA. I'm not definitely loving. I thought it was Tuesday. It is Monday, T-Money. It is a Monday game. Sixers and the Nugs. Michael, Warriors say -5, Dubs at home. I get it. They're better home, 30-7. The lines come down though. So what's that about? Hawks +2 seems short. Yes. Memphis 2-12 on the road. We said that. The line looks short for a team. One team's 20 games over 500. The other one is fired their head coach. So best bets either way. Embiid dropping 50 and 15 tomorrow. All right, 50 and 15. Tomorrow we'll decide it. All right. So he goes 45-17. The Joker does his usual triple-double. Denver wins by 6. What is it? We're at a standstill.
Whoever wins the game.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
whoever wins the game, because technically you're the most valuable player if you won the game. Or
right.
you help the team in the game.
Yeah, your team won, so you're better. I mean, if that's,
that's
what we're going on.
Embiid can go ahead and drop 50 and 15. When Jokic puts up 31, 14, and 10 tomorrow, it won't matter, and Denver wins by double digits. The Nuggets and Jokic will come out pissed because they played against them last time in Philly, and Philly came back and won.
Yeah.
It's a revenge spot. I will be on the Nuggets minus whatever points.
It was 5.5.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Were you surprised how bad the Zags played? I thought it would be a blowout, but not that extent. UConn has that championship here. It does not shock me because I had UConn, so not a shocker. Not a shocker. Rob, good morning, Sean. Have you heard anything about Jay Wright in Ohio State? Interesting. Jay Wright to Ohio State, huh? Did not see anything about that. But again, I'm not really looking in the, ESPN or like any kind of CBS or any kind of channel to see who's talking about where guys are going right now. I'm more looking at baseball. Tommy Tamoose looking into OKC under the 132. Not 100%, just woke up. 132 for OKC. Is that supposed to be a 232? I'd definitely grab that under one. I'd go over that 132. I'd put my children's lives on.
He does say 232 in a later
comment. I figured as much. Rob Franklin, not just Zags play bad. Got to give UConn a credit. Briggs neutralized Timmy, and he was the end. Yeah, well, they got guys as good or better than Timmy, and when you could throw a couple at them, that kind of stalls out the engine. Absolutely. UConn's a good team. UConn, let's be honest, whether it's Texas or Miami, UConn's going to be favored in the next round. They got to win a playing game to be considered making the playoffs. Yeah. OKC Portland under the 233. Again, I got 2 trash teams here, Rob. I got a guy who decides to sit out a year, quit on his team. How do those guys feel? I think they'll be like, F that dude, man. We're gonna come out here and we're gonna put on a show. I might actually do a little Portland money line tonight, believe it or not. I might throw that on the site just to say, hey, Lillard, all right, fine. You want to quit on us? No problem. Because how are the Thunder at 9-point fave? What is that about? Are you kidding me? Rob says he likes Miami plus the 4 there over Texas. I don't hate it. Canes, FAU Owls, UM. First, Miami versus Florida Atlantic in the finals. Have a great day. Here's a homer. I don't know. Maybe just a tad. This is going out. You're into.
As crazy as it sounds, it could happen. Although I have Texas winning today.
You're in the Michael zone with Golden State talk here with this one. OKC is 232. I got it. Kenny, hi. Dots for hello. Morse code. What are we doing here? Michael said, I just found out LeBron's playing today versus the Bulls. Bulls plus 5.5 money line will fade the return of the Queen.
Is he actually coming back today? I'll do that too. I'll hop on it as well.
Looks like he's playing.
I'm pulling it
up. You know what? They probably said, listen, you got to play today. We're on NBC or whatever. We gotta get some ratings here. We're going up against the
Bulls. Against the Bulls.
Get people to turn in here at the end of the whatever the first game is, end of the Creighton game.
He could be in for the first time in a month. I will 100%. I'm not even going to take the points. I'm just going to take the Bulls outright. I'll do that.
Yeah, that's why I went to 3 to 5. So, again, it's a short one today. What is there to say? We got 2 college, we got some NBA, and like I said, the NBA. I don't love doing regular season at noon anyway because we got these guys got to rest their load management nonsense. I don't want to get too graphic here. It's a family show. We don't really curse a lot here. And that being said, you turn on your screen and you see a bunch of double-digit faves. No, thank you. And hockey, again, we're winding out the season. I'm more concerned with baseball futures right now. I'm trying to get a little extra down. There. Really stakes for NBA fans to sell big bucks. Only to watch a Vegas-style G League game. Absolutely, Rob. It's terrible. NBA's got a problem. I don't care what they think. Like, oh, people love watching the NBA, and even people like betting the NBA. No, I mean, if Major League Baseball is gonna change their for people who don't even watch their game, like their fans aren't screaming for phantom runners and pitch clocks and bigger bases. The shift would be one thing. I'm get rid of the shift. I'm not a big shift guy, you know. But phantom runners, because this is just speed up the game. Just going to say we're not playing 9 innings anymore. We're playing 7 innings. That's the next step. No more double headers. We don't want to. Somebody might get hurt out there. You're professional athletes, bro. You should play all the time. You're supposed to be in good shape. That's what infuriates me about the NBA. When guys in the 80s and 90s, the 70s, forget about them just like smoking on the bench. These dudes played back-to-backs in the off season. Like baseball players went to work at like car dealerships or something to make money and participated in slam dunks to get paid. These guys take off. Who wants to pay for that? If I paid to go, whether I was in Jersey watching the Nets or when they went to Brooklyn or now in Houston, if I'm paying to go see somebody and David Robinson's not playing today for the Spurs, I guess I'm going back in time, whoever, because the Rockets have nobody on their team now. You go to a game and you think you're going to see a bunch of stars play for your home team and for the visiting team. Everybody's sitting out because, hey, it's a random Tuesday, Wednesday game. They think the mouse at the Palace was bad. I mean, like there'll be a brawl on the floor. Like I'm throwing stuff at the guys on the bench. I don't care. You ban me from the stadium. I don't care. If Brown plays Bulls +5 sprinkle money line, he'll definitely ruin the chemistry these guys have made. Yeah, well, we're always about fading returns of guys. Rob said, would love to see them shift Pete Rose would have 300 more hits. I mean, seriously. And that's another thing with the shift. Like, I don't understand how, as a professional hitter, you can't just pull the ball to the other side. Like, that's just nuts to me. I don't care if you're Steve Balboni. Who's a giant fat guy who plays now? Who would that be to? That'd be your guy. He's on your team, right? Volback?
Hoagie. Hoagie.
Who's a giant dude? I mean, I don't care who you are. Drop like a drag bunt to the other side. Just push it.
Oh God, he's not doing
that.
Did you see there was like a little a clip that came out from the Mets of Vogelbach on first base. He goes, "Ooh, the bases are bigger. He got a pitch clock. He can't throw. I might try to steal a base." And then it goes to Buck in the wall and the thing. He might try to steal a base, and it was just like a whole "do not steal" kind of.
I'll tell you what. I think steals are going to go up because you're going to have a lot of guys. Oh, you can't throw the ball. What the hell is that? Oh, I can't throw to first base after like one time? How is that?
Twice. You get twice.
Well, bro, if I'm in the box, I'm go for it. Go for it. Go, just take off. I'm taking a pitch. They're going to go on the first pitch. Bigger base, you got a little bigger lead. Holy cow, bro. How many bases would Ricky Henderson would have stole?
Yeah.
Or Rock Reigns or Brock.
I actually do have
Vince Coleman.
I will say for stolen bases this year, I took Bobby Witt at 12-1 to have the most stolen bases in baseball.
I'm going to look at stolen base props. Yep. Normally it's not something I'm really running into. I think they're going to be way up, so I'm going to go over a bunch of guys.
Oh, yeah.
I think they'll be way up. Anybody, I think it adds like 5 stolen bases to every guy, I think. I mean, I'm sure people have run a bunch of simulations on it, and it's probably it's 3.9 for this guy, and I don't know. I'm gonna throw out a random number, 5.
I'll take Daniel Vogelbach over a half a stolen base.
Yeah, for $1 million, you'll get it in the first weekend.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Really? If I think every player who, if you're on base more than 100 times this year, you should have a stolen base. No doubt about it. Every player who gets on base 100 times will have a stolen base. That's my prediction. Where's that prop? I'm going to go. I gotta get in touch with the circus, see if I get them to add that prop for me. Right? Don't they have those things you could add props? Some people do. Rob's agreeing. Me either. It's crazy. Corey, checking in, my guy. Lean towards Creighton Lane number and Miami plus the points. I don't hate either. I get it. Rob, I'll leave the game alone. Baseball's up. Seriously. They're making millions. I mean, did you see, Rob? Someone posted. I saw on Twitter and I looked at it. It was like the teams who made the most money last year. So there was like 5 teams who made the most profit. The 5 teams that lost the most. Mets were number one, losing. Lost 130 million last year, something like that.
Yeah, because the owner doesn't care. Thank you.
Yeah, that must be. Listen, it's he's like the government. When you have that much money, you don't care about losing money.
Percent of his net worth. Oh, darn.
Yeah. But let's be honest. When you have that much money, that is a write-off. So he's actually making money when they lose money.
Yeah, I was about to say he lost 100. The Mets lost 135 million. Dude, it was he wrote it off, and that's like a percent of his net worth.
Yeah, but like the thing, like the Yanks made like 70-something million last year, and you think, that's not too bad. But you consider that they're bringing in like $1 billion, but they're paying out like 800 million. It's something crazy. Oakland A's were one of the most profitable teams last year, making like $60 million.
Because they spent nothing.
Yes, it's to spend nothing, and then the Yanks, the Mets, and the Dodgers give them all 150 million.
They spent nothing, so yeah, they should.
Am I doing a baseball future show? Yeah, I did it like a month ago, Michael. But I'll bring it back. We're gonna do it this week. So I hadn't done the late show this weekend, and I'm thinking I'll probably bring it back. Probably this week. I'll probably do it again on Monday, Tuesday with futures. And I gotta, I gotta ask Detroit Lenny to come up with where it says midday money to do a little look at lines up top. I'm sure you can make a little banner like that for me. So the Look at Line show will be back. Obviously, I don't know if it's gonna be at midnight time. It'll probably, as long as we have some baseball lines earlier, because the midnight's tough for me because then I get up at 6 a.m. next day. I'm getting old for fucking for 5. Obviously, I'm annoyed, but I'm sorry throwing out a curse word. Like, get too old for short nights. I can't be going on 4 or 5 hours sleep anymore, man. Just get tired. But I'll probably do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what? Wednesday, let's shoot for Wednesday. Maybe I'll just do a total show on Wednesday at like 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern, and we'll just run through everything. But again, people don't want to sit around and watch for an hour, though, Mike. That's why it'd probably be Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night late. We'll just go look at lines. Probably do it a little. I don't know. Well, today's Sunday. I'm gonna say check tomorrow, but I gotta figure out a good time for that because we did a bunch of that already. I kind of want to grab Alonso and J-Rod MVP. Yeah, well. I felt, Mike, you weren't in when we did with the MVP and stuff. Who was my MVP stuff? Here's my MVPs, I bet. It's going back beginning of the month here. I took a Yordi at 11-1, a nickel for 6 times, 250 on Trout for 1875, and I took a Pena instead of the J-Rod. And people are down on Pena. They don't think he's that good. I'm thinking he's going to be on a good team with wins 80-1. I'll put $150 on him for 12. Worth a shot for me, I think. NL Soto, again, he's such a low number, but he's a guy who was terrible last year. The walks were all there. He couldn't get really hits, but I'll take a shot. Trey Turner's a guy I think, especially with now Hoskins is gone, but no Harper. The guy's a stud. I think it's worth a shot. 12-1 and put down on him. Michael Harris, we talked about stolen bases. Now, I know Acuna's back, but this kid, look at his numbers from last year. He takes a little step forward, which I think I know they have guys.
I've seen a lot of hype on Michael Harris.
Look at his numbers from last year.
Yeah, he was phenomenal last year.
Again, 150.
Is he going to put up the same thing in his sophomore year?
If you're good, you will. If you're good, you will. We're gonna find out.
They already locked him down for $7 million for a Subway sandwich. So,
yeah.
So we'll see whether or not.
And he's a stolen base guy. He's got some pop. 50-1 on a first place team. Alonso, I had to come in with your boy PD Polar Bear. 14-1. The guy's gonna hit 40 homers.
At least. Right?
He's gonna hit 40 to 47, I think. Around that now. I think he could probably hit around 46, 47. That's my guess for him. I know he's never hit 50. Possible. 14-1 on a guy who's gonna.
He hit 52 in his rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's tough to just say 50. That's a big number, even in.
But in order for Alonso to win MVP, the Mets need to be the best team in the National League.
Yeah, which is tough because they're probably the 5th best team.
Yeah.
And my guy Cody Bellinger.
Atlanta, Dodgers, Padres.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that high.
You will not give your boy Cody up. Jeez.
No, and now listen. Unless the guy is totally hurt,
I don't hate him though.
he had 47 homers 3 years ago. 47, 300 average, like 30 stolen bases. The guy was a monster.
Yeah.
Now he's playing with the Cubs. You can't hit in the Cubs. You can't hit it out of that park.
If he's gonna have a year, it's gonna be this one.
You can't hit out of that park.
Yeah, I don't hate him. I will say I did give out a long shot Cy Young Award winner on one of our shows because we still need to do a bunch of the preview shows. I took Zach Eflin at 200-1 because my only reasoning behind it, Tampa Bay doesn't spend money often.
Yeah.
He's
on Tampa. He's on Tampa. I thought he was on Philly. He signed with Tampa.
He's on Tampa now. He got like 3 years for $45 million. I'm like, Tampa doesn't spend that type of money. He's gonna have a monster year.
These are my NL size. Strider and Friday. I figured I got to take one of these guys because somebody's going to win 20-something games on this team.
Yeah, no, the Atlanta pitchers should be solid this year.
Urias is a guy who his average year is like 18-3. So
correct.
I'll take a shot.
And Snell, I agree with as well.
Or even you could go if you want to go Musgrove. Any one of he had the bigger number of 35. I had to take a 35-1 on a team that could win 100 games.
Musgrove was out for at least a couple of weeks, so that's probably a damper in his thing.
And my ALs, I said Toronto. I think if they're taking a step forward, this kid's got to be a monster.
Yes.
The Rodon one's already done because he's hurt.
Yep.
That's 250 down the drain.
Yep.
My guy Framber for Houston again. Good. He's a solid pitcher on a good team. Like there's no reason he can't go 18-3. And the team wins 105 games or something ridiculous.
I have Framber as well.
And my boy Reed Detmers.
Okay, that is your Zach Eflin. Got it.
Yeah, we had him last year a couple times. He's a youngster. If this team could stay healthy, I don't care. Ohtani and Trout. Well, Trout's never healthy. That's fine. He's one guy. I mean, you can't do anything. Rendon, they brought in Drury. They brought in Urshela. They brought in a bunch of guys, a lot of pros, guys who could hit.
The Angels are going to be one of the best third-place teams in baseball.
Oh, or fourth-place teams is the Rangers. I mean, the Rangers. You're not on
Rangers under.
So my most wins, Framber, Strider. Well, I had Musgrove and Snell. I put him in quotes because I was like, if you want to go that, if people don't like Snell, but now Musgrove's out.
Yeah.
Robbie Ray Castillo.
Castillo, yes.
My homer guys, to lead in homers, Yordi and Judge. Yordi and Polar Bear, no Judge. But these guys, I think Yordi, if you full season, and Alonso is just a beast.
Yeah.
And then my rookie of the years, Brown for Houston, which I think he takes a step forward because what's his name's out for Houston's hurt. So he's going to get some starts. He might be long relief. This guy could come in and be like 12-5 with like 6 saves, like fill up a stat sheet and have like a sub-3 ERA on a first-place team worth a shot. Peraza for the Yanks, I think again, this was before I don't know if Volpe's going to get started or he is, or talk about trading Gleyber. He got a little playing time last year, so if he's any good, he's a New York guy. They're going to it's a New York Yankee. Damn it, he's a second coming to Jeter. I can see the hype on him.
God, no.
Peabody for I can't pronounce the name, for the Dodgers. We have seen the Dodgers, Urias, May, Anderson, Gosling. These guys come in and go 15-2 with 150 innings. So I'll take a shot at a guy who could very well be 14-4 with a 270 ERA on a team that wins 95 games. He'll get a little love.
Yeah.
I went Fralick for Milwaukee. I need somebody on Milwaukee to put up an offense. Their offense is pathetic.
I will say I grabbed chalk when it came to rookie of the year. I grabbed Gunnar Henderson because I think the Orioles are going to be good, and Kohai Senga because it's a rookie, but is he really a rookie?
Yeah,
he's going to come in and he's going to have a solid year. I think he'll be very difficult to hit in the beginning of the season, and then people will figure him out a little bit. But
no, it's worth it, and plus he's on your team, so.
Yeah. Well, come on.
Rob says the money involved in professional sports is ridiculous to the average fan. Every one of them making jack while the average Joe pounds a payment. Well, I don't begrudge professional athletes making money. There's only so many of them. They do the job well. Pay the man his money. I don't care. I pay the guy when he comes over to fix a sink. Right? You have a talent. You're good at something. Whether you're a plumber, a painter, electrician, whatever, I'll pay you for your service. You do it well. I do not mind that. My problem is that when you just decide to sit out games, come on, that's a joke. Rob, hate the shift the same, but at the same time, some of these dudes making $5 more million can't hit opposite field. That's my point of it. Like, how the heck can't you do that? Homers have taken over baseball like 3 years in the NBA. Yeah, because you get all the, the nerds come in with their analytics. Like, oh, well, a homer is the same as a strikeout. No, what are you talking about? There are productive outs. Strikeout doesn't move a guy from first to second or second to third, where you grind the ball to the one side of the field, the guy advances a runner. Strikeouts. That's disgusting. I mean, as a kid, you would never want the strikeouts. It's humiliating. A guy gets the best of you. I mean, who wants that? I never want to strike out. Now it's no big deal to strike out 200 times. It's pathetic. Rob Thomas shot. I think the yesteryear athletes, way less prima donnas. Done venting. Michael, he'll play 20 games. Problem with these teams like the Braves, guys are going to split votes. Acuna, Wilson, Harris. Don't. I'm certain, the funny thing, I got my mouse, I'm circling Acuna's name like you can see it. I don't know how he's, he didn't look, maybe he's refreshed after a whole year of coming back from injury. They could split votes, possibly. Possibly. I get it. But again, at the huge number, I would take a shot on Harris. 50-1, a guy could go 25, 40 stolen bases, 100 runs, 100 ribbies, 290. I mean, like, if back, I'll get right back to you, Rob, there, Mike. So let me finish with Mike. If these people are all about, like, well, Felix Hernandez is 12-9, but he's got a 2.42 ERA, and who cares about the wins for Pitt? They'll look at it and be like, this guy fills up. Talk about filling up the back of the baseball card with stats. Rob, totally agree with Rob. Rob Franklin says Rob Thomas show about the baseball guys. Michael excited about baseball. Maybe they'll fade Cole. Yes, I told you taking the Giants with Logan. We got that already. Yeah, no lines up yet, but we do have the matchups, and we ran through these matchups already. And I told you where I'll be on these games. Let's pull it up for the 30th. Here we go. First game out of the bat. Logan Webb, 105. Let's go, San Fran. Braves. It's gonna be a run line. Probably a run line in the over with Patrick Corbin on the hill. I'm not a Corbin guy. I will take Baltimore because I don't like Corey Kluber. Listen, I love all my Cubs over props, but Burns might be a no thank you play. Maybe an under in that game. Detroit and Tampa, most likely an under with McClanahan on a hill. I'm going to take Texas. I'm going to take under Cincy Pitt. I'm going to take Toronto over St. Louis. I'm probably going to go KC over Minnesota. I don't know. Maybe an over in that game. I don't know. That probably a no play there. I will take Snell run line over the Rockies. The Mets game, it's going to be a 6 with Scherzer and Alcantara. So that's probably an overplay. Cease and Framber is an under auto play. White Sox, Houston. Angels and A's, Kyle Mueller. I'll probably take the A's if they're $2. If I can get plus $2 on the A's at home, I'll take them against Ohtani. I will take Gallen against the Dodgers. And the Cleveland-Seattle game looks good. Bieber and Castillo should be a good game. Corbin, he's the opening day starter. Exactly. I don't know if the Nats pitching is trash. I think they're going
Nationals money line.
I think they're going to throw him out there because he's the veteran of the staff. Obviously, he's the. But they're young pitchers. I mean, they have Mackenzie Gore, who came over in a trade. He's their good guy. They have Josiah Gray, young guy. Cavalli, another young pitcher. So they got like 3 young guys. So obviously they're not going to throw those guys out opening day for whatever reason. Corbin obviously again. I mean, and Strasburg real fast. I wish he'd just retire. Please retire. Free up $30 million for the Nats, for the love of God. I mean, they have insurance. What are we doing here? Rob says, Braves, baby, if we get our relief pitcher together, I like our chances to get the championship.
Nah, you'll get it without it. You're fine.
Yeah, seriously. And relief pitching, I said this, you can find guys who get hot relief pitching all year long. You're going to have a guy on your team. Some will have him on my team. You know, every year there's guys who come out of nowhere, great years, and the trading deadline's like, oh, here's a relief pitcher you want to get. Oh, you got to get this guy. You get that guy. I got to fix my headset. It looks like I'm missing part of my head over here, doesn't it? Like, look at my head over here. There's like a giant gap on this side of my head.
Oh, no, you're just ugly. You're fine.
You know, like it's like I lost some of my head. Or maybe I just don't have my headset on properly. Maybe it should be a little, I don't know. I just noticed I'm like, why does it look like my head doesn't fill my headset? I have a pointy head. I'm a cone head. You ever see cone heads? Anyway. All right, let's wrap this up. Enough of my baseball rant. So tomorrow we got baseball. How's Corbin your starting day pitcher? You're paying the guy $30 million. That's how he's your starting pitcher. And remember, their World Series year, the guy had a good season. All right, so let's not.
2019, he got paid huge, and then after that, he fell off the face of the earth.
That's right, but he got paid, and they won a World Series, 14-7.
Corbin doesn't go out and have a fantastic year for the Nationals this year, and end up, and they win like half their games with him on the mound.
And I'll tell you what, like the COVID year was 2-7, and the 2 years since then, 9-16, 6-19, 582. Something happened where he just and I guess maybe you're an older pitcher, right? He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
You know, COVID for him, like all of a sudden you're not pitching, you're not allowed to do stuff.
I think that threw it all off.
I mean, let's be honest. It's a clear drop off from there. All right, 2-7, 466. It is what it is. That's, it's COVID, whatever. They just won the championship, and all of a sudden it's a abbreviated year. It's garbage. No preseason. And then 2 years after, what happened? Like, you never recover from a year of training. I think that is a telltale case of paying guys late in their years, right? And here's a guy who misses basically a year of training because you can't go out because you walk outside, you're going to die. He can't play, and he has yet to recover. He lost all of his skill from whatever he did with a trainer. Never got it back. I mean, that's what I look at, because his other years, 14-8. He had a bad year in 2016, 5-13. Okay, 5 ERA, but a 3.6 ERA, 3.4 ERA, a 4.3, 4.03, 3.15, 3.25. Not bad. 30 starts every year. It is what it is. But those, like, what is that about? What happened?
Hey, I still think, as crazy as it sounds, he could have a good year. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities.
Pat Corbin Cy Young ticket is a lock.
Oh God. I'm actually looking it up to see if he's actually even on the thing.
Organizations are quick to sell big bucks for pitchers that had one good year and need some consistency. His years in Arizona, though, let's be honest here. So in 2012, 6-8, he was 14-8 with a 3.4 ERA, 200 innings, 178 strikeouts, not bad. 16 games the next year. I guess he was hurt. 6-5, 360. Came back, 24 starts, 36 games, 5-13 with a save, 5 ERA. Bad year. 14-13 in 32 starts, 403. 11-7, 315, 33 starts, 246 Ks. Championship year, 14-7, 238 Ks, and then COVID, and then the last 2 bad years.
And by the way, I looked it up. I don't have any odds on him, but I am looking at a guy real quick. 100-1 for Dustin May. If he stays healthy the entire year, I think he could be up there.
For the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got some hockey talk here. So apparently the Bruins clinched.
The Bruins, I think this is one of the first times we've ever seen this. The Bruins clinched their division before anybody clinched a playoff spot.
So Carolina should be a play here, I guess, huh?
Yeah, Carolina's still fighting with the Devils for the Metro. Boston's about 1 million games in front of everybody. They're up 15 points, which is 7.5 games. Like they are so dominant this year, it's not even funny. They're 24 point now.
Should we take Carolina on a puck line for plus 230?
They're going after it. Why not? I don't hate that.
I'm taking a puck line.
I don't know what Nick's got for. I think Nick has the under for the game, but that would be a spot that I would look at and go, all right, Kane's on the puck line. But the thing is, this game could easily be a 2-2 game going into overtime. So I don't know. I either grab Kane's puck line or you grab the draw.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I'm going to go puck line here.
Fire away.
The 225 spot here, most books. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to look at that Portland money line in the NBA.
If you pull the trigger on it, I'll pull the trigger on it too. I only have the spread bet right now. But it won't take much to talk me onto a plus whatever it is.
I mean, first of all, 9.5.
What is the money line on it?
320. Hold on a second.
You can get 350.
I saw 400 one spot. Hold on.
Well, I meant for the site. 360 is the highest I can get for the site. And it's 9.5. I don't hate it. Oh God, you're making me put more stuff up on the site. Luckily, we're having a good week, so it's okay.
9.5 to 360. I'm going to take both. I'll take 9.5 to 360 on the site.
Screw you, Higgs. I'll take it too. I already have the 9. I'll grab Portland money line too.
Really? What? It's
screw it. Whatever. 360. I hit a $7 one the other day. That was nice.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot here with this.
I'm already ready for just being able to load up on baseball stuff because I know me and Nick. I think we agreed we're going to do it from the start of the year.
Because Caesars, I can get it on Caesars on offline here for a 340.
I got 360 for the site, and I think I got like 340 on BOL because that's all I could use.
Yeah, I see that there too. Yeah, I just got it on Caesars myself.
All right, no more adding plays to the site. Xing it out. No more adding plays.
I added it to the site. I'm going to do it.
Add it to the chat too while you're at it. Have fun with it.
There we go. Let's see. All right, it's official. All right. Where are we at here in the chat? Well, we got a lot of more comments came in here. We're ready to wrap it up here. We start talking baseball. Yeah. Michael, Texas stretched out to 3.5. Interesting. Can I get a 3?
I think Texas by double digits, but me and Nick are against each other on that one. I wanted to fade both the teams that came off of beating the number 1 seed.
I bet those games on Thursday when the lines came out, so I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for tip off. David, are you talking about Pat Corbin? 20-0, Patrick Corbin?
Patrick Corbin for Cy Young. Let's get it. And Nationals money line. Check
Martin Perez before last year. Yeah, Martin Perez had a huge year.
Yeah, I think he drops off a little bit.
I say that when we talk about the cat on Colorado. Like, is that his breakout year? Like, oh, he had a really good year. Like, it was Snell. Like, I talk about Snell's. I can talk about Snell's year. He had a Cy Young year. Like, was that the outlier year? Because he's never been close.
That's got to be an outlier year.
Right? I mean, like, you look at some guys like, is that the outlier? Let's go. I'll pull up some Martin Perez. I love baseball.
I think he has a drop-off year this year. I don't think he's going to be as good. But that's
Who's that? Me. Martin Perez?
Martin Perez. I think he had a phenomenal year, but he drops off just a tad.
Yeah. Let's see.
And that's not me hating on the Rangers. I don't think they're going to be good this year.
You're totally not high on the Rangers. You hate them. I look at that staff, and I'm like, you know what? As much as we can make fun of the money they paid DeGrom, he's kind of like maybe a steady force that kind of makes the guys want to be better. You know,
He could be.
is he kind of a good clubhouse guy?
Yeah, he wasn't somebody toxic to have in the dugout like I don't know, maybe like a Bryce Harper.
Now, so Perez, his years in Texas before that, he was on Boston for a couple of years.
Yes.
Always had like a low, like 4.3, 4.4, 4.4, 4.8, kind of like those kind of ERAs in Texas. 13 and 12, 10 and 11, 10 and 6, 3 and 6 and 14 starts. Like, but when he played his 30 games, he's like a 13 and 12 guy, like a 500 guy with a 4 something ERA.
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing, though. While I kind of give him, the game has changed now, Jess. So, I mean, is it guys come in and they just want to swing the bat? No one's looking to walk. No one's looking to make contacts. They're home runs or nothing. So maybe at this age of his life, he's like, you know what? I can come in here and do this kind of stuff. And it just works out because you got young guys. They don't care about, it's a different league now than it was even 5 years ago. And like I said, that's totally an outlier for him. Best season by far, not even close. I mean, the guy's only won more than 10 games twice in his career. But as more of a veteran guy, now you got DeGrom in there, You got Gray's the other pitcher for them. Bruins is the sucker people in, Dave. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely came out of nowhere. I mean, they are what they are. Look at the numbers on it. I want to bring up where's Gray's numbers too here. They brought it from Colorado.
Oh, Sonny Gray.
No, John Gray, not Sonny. Sonny's on Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah, his numbers too. Like the guy, I mean, 4.6 ERA in Colorado, 3.6, a 5, a 3.8, a 6. Well, he was hurt 8 starts, a 4.5. I mean, 7 and 7, 3.96 wasn't terrible.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you think he'd be a little better pitching in Texas than Colorado, but legend. I see Higgs, San Diego State, and the under. Miami and the over, and the Grizzles.
No.
All right, well, you see what I got here on my totals. I got under a little San Diego and over with you there. And the Grizzles, I don't like the Grizzles one bit. I like Carolina play. Yes, Carolina. Puck line that baby up, Dave. Good spot bringing that up. Yotes and the Avs to draw. I kind of like the Yotes under there. Anybody got opinion on the under? I like the under there. The biggest trick in Gary. Gives Gary, Indiana. This little Indiana repping out here. Do you guys think Texas game has a possibility to go under? I like the over here. But honestly, I thought this was a good play yesterday with the over in UConn with the way the teams played. Nowhere near got it done. Although I don't think either of these teams has that UConn defense. UConn is the difference. Their defense is the difference maker here against Gonzaga and against whoever comes out of Texas, Miami. Because Miami doesn't play much defense at Texas. Sometimes they play all defense, but they're not on UConn's level. So I'm thinking this is more an over game here. That's what I got. That's what I bet. Jesse says he got the Canes today. Looks a letdown spot for Boston. Yeah, they just clinched. Take those Carolina Canes. To Carolina under versus Dallas. What Carolina?
Charlotte under. Hornets under.
Arizona puck line minus the 105. Again, I like the under in that game, Rob. I love the Hornets plus 12.5. Kyrie infected team already. Seriously, what is that line about? They haven't won. They're laying 12. Canucks in regulation minus 120. Let's pull up some cold cash on the ice. Let me get off of the Rangers. I'm on the Rangers roster here. Vancouver against Chicago minus 120. I'll do it. I don't want to lay 170, Rob. But I think people are too high in San Diego State. Creighton is better. Creighton's a really good team, by the way. We talked about them. Ricketts, good morning. Ricketts comes in. The end of the show. Good morning, Ricketts. How are you? BJ, lines are moving in Creighton's favor. It opened at 1.5. I think it's at 2 now? Leafs and the Preds over the 6.5. I guess Toronto's been playing some overs lately, huh? What kind of spot is this for them? Back-to-back spot for Toronto, huh? Both teams, obviously, because everybody played yesterday. I don't hate the over. Rob, Rangers start out hot and then fade. Texas Rangers or New York? I know there's not a New York not a lot of New York Ranger love in here since Elliot's not in the chat. I'm interested to see how the Rangers do. And again, we can make fun of them for signing DeGrom. And even last year they bring in who did they bring in? Seager and Simeon, right? At least they're out here playing a game and trying to get wins on their team. You know, you're out there, you're spending. Like, might not get there, but I would. What do you want? You want to see a team try like Texas, or do you want to see the Oakland A's and the Pirates? I mean, Rangers going to try for this year, see what we can get. Hey, they're probably thinking, hey, the Mariners pulled the trigger and made a hot run. What are we doing here? If you run the Rangers, you got to be like, we got to trade all these cats. We can't, how are we trading our middle infield and now DeGrom? Nobody's going to give us prospects because we got them big money. So we got to go for it. They have no choice but to go for it because they're not going to get young prospects back. No. You either got to be we talk about this in the NBA. Tim brings it up all the time. You either got to be totally out of it or you got to be going for it. There's no in between. It'd be like a middling 500 club. Kirby's going to have a great season. He's a good pitcher. I'm on the under Arizona Ads game as well, Rob. Okay, good. Makes me feel better.
Real quick, I was scrolling through Twitter. The game of baseball has definitely changed when in spring training, Hicks for the Cardinals is casually throwing 105.
Their bullpen guy? He's their closer, isn't he?
He threw 105 miles an hour today in spring training.
No, fake jugs gun.
Yeah.
Gary says, "Hey, Higgs, I feel about. How do you know about Gary, Indiana? Appreciate the insight. I don't know about Gary, Indiana. Well, here's my insight. Biggest trick of Gary, Indiana is because when you've been betting games for 30 years, you know where these schools are from. So I know Gary, Indiana. I hear players come from different spots. I know it. I know my state capitals. I know where colleges are playing, and when you got a good guy on the team, and they come from a city, they say he's from wherever. Blah blah blah. It sticks in my head. I believe me. I remember your name in the chat if you posted before. You see me throw out a bunch of like random quotes from like 80s movies and 90s movies and bring up guys from 80s and 90s. I'm gonna remember some stud in the NCAA tournament from 97 when they say, oh, this guy's from Gary, Indiana, or Topeka, wherever they're coming from, And let's be honest, Gary is not some tiny town in Indiana. That was a city, Kyrie's a curse to this flat earth, Michael. Listen, just be thankful that it's a flat earth and we have you can't fall off because of the ice wall, Michael. So just be thankful that Kyrie's bringing that to the forefront of the world so people know. I love it. I love the flat earth. Where's my flat earth shirt? I only wear the flat earth shirt when I go to NASA. And the folks down here, they don't laugh. Like, how's it that funny? First of all, you see me coming in and I'm Jersey. I'm like, hey, what's no, they don't want nothing to do with it. Rob, no doubt. I'm a Reds fan, at least Rangers fans get to actually watch some Major Leaguers. They push Votto. Yeah, Votto. And not that the Rangers have somebody like Votto, Hall of Famer-esque, like borderline Hall of Fame kind of guy. The Reds can't even get rid of him because he's the face of the franchise. He's been there for so long. I mean, let's be honest. He's an ambassador to the Reds. He'll always, oh, it's Joey Votto. But you got that young kid, who's that? Ely Cruz? Who's the third baseman? They got a couple of young guys coming up. Hopefully they're pretty good. Anyway, Creighton under, Texas over, North Texas NIT on Tuesday. And my daughter's math work. Make sure she's got a test on Thursday. I'll print it out. Review for test. Angle relationships in 2D geometry. Major grade Thursday. Got to
No,
get ready
thank
for
you.
that.
You
Yeah.
have fun with that geometry. I'm glad I'm out of school.
Last comment of the day here. Want to take Creighton under? Oh, Creighton over San Diego State 134. I know San Diego State 10 straight unders. I think Creighton can get close to 70. I also think Creighton will give up 70 to the Aztecs. Creighton defense not as good as Bama's. No, but the San Diego State team, again, I had the what did I say here? Under, right? We have the under scroll 133 here. Based on over the course of the season here, we've seen San Diego State kind of go on some scoring droughts a bit. Now we had the over yesterday, and that's maybe 2 days ago. I think we had the over in that because I thought that if San Diego State went on a lull like that for 3, 4, 5 minutes, Bama wasn't going to go on a lull. They're just going to keep attacking, and didn't happen. It was San Diego State game. That's the way they played it. That's so. If obviously same kind of refs, let San Diego State do their thing. Should be an under. Creighton can play defense, and they can score. They can also not score. Go through their record. We went over them the other day. Under, Rob. Under. All right. Back on Monday. Good luck, everybody. Give the show a like.